Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
This is invigorating. To listen to a speech from Mr. Chris D today, I have been in the club now, I think, 2.5 months-ish. And this is the best I've ever heard him speak. I mean, he was funny, which he usually is, but he's usually very dry. He was funny and witty, which is incredible. And he's a U.S. citizen, so I just want to say congratulations. You are a fine example of why immigration works. Thanks. Starting with the beginning of the meeting, Sergeant at Arms, the banging of the gavel. There was some extra enthusiasm to that banging today, so it got our attention. It really set the tone for the meeting. It was wonderful. EPEC, you started the tone off right with New York. You know, your favorite place. You are an amazing. You know, you have an amazing presence about you. So it was a beautiful lesson to learn different areas of the boroughs. So I'm glad that I'm in one of the boroughs that does the evaluation portion, because I love judging. No, I'm not judging. I love helping people improve. Toastmaster, this was your first time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you did a wonderful job. You held the presence of the meeting well, and you got us all entertained, and you gave us some education. So perfect. Table topics. You had a great table topics. It was really informative. It was full of excitement, which everybody that knows this beautiful lady knows that she's very exciting. She speaks very well. Your tone is the only thing that I would say that there might be an improvement on. You have such a vocal variety when you speak just normally, but your tone when you're standing up in front of the crowd is very robotic. So that's the only element of what you did that I thought there might be some improvement on. The speech, Zuza, right? Is that the right way? Thank you so much for giving us the information about Toastmasters, new speech, or sorry, what's the right term? New educational program? My only suggestion would be more excitement. We're learning about this program for the first time, and there's some really, I'm sure, exciting things that are going to happen. Maybe some cool, fun facts or something that would grab our attention. That would be helpful to help us maybe pull in and get energized about the presentation. And then Chris, again, just a fabulous speech. The only thing that I would suggest is to wow us at the end as much as you wowed us for the rest of the speech. Overall, the general overall evaluation of the meeting is that we've come a really long way, everybody. The meeting started on time. The meeting segments were on time. We've got a guest, which we're really happy to have, and we've got almost all the members here. So I think today was a wonderful meeting, and I'm very happy and proud about it. So I want to bring up our first evaluator, which I probably should have done originally. So our evaluator number 1, Craig Goldberg, please stand and come evaluate the meeting.
We'll evaluate the general evaluator later. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, our guests, and of course, Shusa. First of all, thank you very much for coming to our group. I've never actually spoken at another group. I've attended many other groups, and I've been a member of another group, but I've never gone to another group and actually given a speech. I applaud you, so thank you. We stand in front of each other every week. We're a family. Some of us work together. Many of us have been together for about 1.5 years. So seriously, coming in from the outside is really awesome and something to be very proud of. The speech was very clear, right? You started off with a very great opening line of, what do ambassadors do? And kind of waited for everybody to say, what do ambassadors do? It was really nice. I like that a lot. Then you tied it back into District 5. And we now know a little bit about the educational program. I don't know if you realize, but the handout that was given to us was a nice outline of your speech, so we could actually follow along with it, which I thought was also really useful. I didn't notice it until the very end, though, as I was reading through what the notes and what the papers were. You effectively conveyed your main points. I thought you really went through everything. It was well outlined and it was well delivered. I also thought that you were very prepared. You cited specific research and specific research data about Toastmasters as a whole, which was particularly interesting for me. I like to hear what the rest of the groups are doing, and I like to see what's happening in the rest of the community. So I thought you brought a really nice element of telling us what's happening across the district. I would have liked to have seen bigger materials. I'm not sure if every group has a presentation like this, like a screen, and at the very least I would have liked to have seen on a whiteboard or something that you could have brought with you. Right? That would have been great. Or noting the handout, that we've got a handout. I also noticed that the handout was PowerPoint slides. You might call ahead, which you did a great job of communicating ahead of the meeting. I think we've been talking for almost a month. Hey, do you guys have access for me to do a PowerPoint and throw it up there? I'm not sure if that's available or not. Overall, you moved around really well. You started over here, you finished over here. Your eye contact was very specific. You almost rudimentary worked your way around the room to really make sure that you made eye contact with everybody, which I thought was really good also. You spoke very clearly. You do have an accent, but I didn't pick up on it. I really didn't. It was very clear, it was very crisp, and I was able to understand you straight through, which was great. And I thought you handled the Q&A really well. Asking for, I threw my hand up, but asking for questions and going through a Q&A can be a very difficult task at times. Sometimes you plant questions, right? Sometimes you make sure that there are questions to go through it, but I thought you handled it really well. And I had a last comment here that you managed your time very well until I found out that you went over. Anyhow, thank you very much. Madam Toastmaster. No.
Yeah.
Give it back to Mr. Channel Evaluator.
All right, since I evaluated the meeting up front, I'm going to really quick. Our second evaluator is Miles.
Fellow Toastmasters,
Hello.
Miss Toastmaster, members and guests. First of all, I just want to congratulate Chris on being sworn in as a citizen of the U.S. Sometimes I think it's underscored how lucky we are to be citizens of such a great country. So Chris's objective of the speech was your body speaks. And I think Chris, he has a very large body. So for him to speak he made it apparent. And I think I really want to go through all of the elements of his speech and body language that he conveyed, because I feel like he knocked it out of the park today. And I think we all saw that right away with his eye contact. And I feel like he went around the room and brought us all in to the living room when he was watching A-Team as a kid, and demonstrators were protesting. I really felt that when you came to us and started to kind of give us some background on what America meant to you even as a kid. So I thought that was really nice. Your gestures were very animated. Did a lot of this, and I feel like it was kind of lighthearted and helped, make light of the situation, which added a good, comedic factor to your speech. So I thought that was really nice. Your presence, along with that, commanding. You were here, and so I thought you had a very nice presence in that regard. The only improvement I feel that I saw in your speech, because I thought the content was great, delivery was great, vocal variety, everything in that regard was very strong, was your closing. And just kind of when you led into, getting sworn in, and we really didn't get a satisfactory conclusion on that. So I thought, just some sort of closing quote or statement would have tailed that off a little better. But other than that, I thought your speech was very funny. Delivery was great, and just really knocked your objectives out of the park on this one. So.
All right. So all the stuff I said before, I should be saying now. So just remember all that stuff and be invigorated by the sheer awesomeness of what I just said. So a final evaluation for the meeting. You guys, again, we're doing great. I think there's little tiny improvements, and most of them are probably on my part because I messed up the order. But besides that, thank you for all of our guests and everybody to come and join us. And EPEC, I want to turn the meeting back over to you. Thank you very much.